Welcome to today's deep dive. You know, when you picture a cutting-edge digital network, you probably think of glowing 4K screens or invisible Wi-Fi signals bouncing around a room.
Yeah, it feels ethereal, almost like magic.
Exactly. But behind all that invisible data is a very real, very tangible pile of tangled wires and, like, little black boxes.
Tons of them.
Okay, let's unpack this. Today, our mission is to decode the technical specs of a product that acts as the physical foundation of those digital networks.
Right. We are looking at a product page from HDTVSupply.
Yeah, for the Blustream RSU-6RU Universal 6U Rack Shelf Unit. I mean, it sounds like a mouthful, but it's really the unsung hero of complex AV setups.
It totally is. It's the piece of hardware that keeps the rest of your hardware from turning into, well, a chaotic mess.
Right.
To really appreciate what this unit does, we have to look at an ironic problem in modern technology. As manufacturers constantly shrink components down, they build them as standalone desktop-style boxes.
Just to save on cost and space, I assume.
Exactly, rather than designing them as full-width components that easily screw right into a server rack.
Leaving us with these powerful transmitters and receivers, those TXRX boxes that are too small to mount normally,
Yeah.
but they're way too important to just leave dangling by their cables.
Oh, absolutely. Think about things like HDTVSupply units.
Those tiny boxes that shoot uncompressed HD video over standard network cables, right?
You got it. Or, video over IP systems, USB extension hubs. They are absolutely vital to getting the signal from point A to point B.
Right.
But they create an absolute mounting nightmare for the installer trying to organize them.
I can imagine. So this Blustream unit essentially acts like a high-tech desktop filing cabinet.
That's a great analogy.
Instead of loose papers, it uses these 8 removable vertical blade shelves to wrangle all those non-rack mountable gadgets into one spot.
Yeah, and since it is a 6U unit, it's built to slide right into a standard 19-inch AV cabinet.
Taking up exactly 6 standard vertical unit slots.
Right. But that vertical blade orientation is where the real engineering shines. What's fascinating here is how physical infrastructure must constantly evolve to keep up with the extreme thermal demands of that shrinking tech.
Because, I mean, when you pack dozens of those tiny video transmitters into a tight space, they generate a massive amount of heat.
Oh, a ton of heat.
Because they're basically tiny computers processing massive data streams around the clock.
Yes, and heat is the absolute enemy of electronics. The vented design of those vertical blades isn't just an aesthetic choice.
It actually serves a purpose.
Exactly. It creates a natural chimney effect. The hot air generated by the components naturally rises and escapes through the vents.
Oh, wow. Which pulls cooler air up from the bottom.
You nailed it. It's a passive cooling system that actively prevents all that expensive gear from, thermally throttling or crashing your entire network.
Wait, looking at the product page here, it explicitly highlights a new flat pack design.
Yeah, it does.
Does that mean I'm paying $683 for a metal shelf and I still have to assemble the whole thing myself? Is this essentially just high-end IKEA furniture for AV professionals?
Well, the flat pack approach definitely shifts some assembly labor onto the buyer. I'll give you that.
Right.
But from a logistical standpoint, shipping a fully assembled steel 6U unit is incredibly inefficient. And it's super prone to damage in transit.
That makes sense.
Flat packing streamlines the logistics, which is a big reason why HDTVSupply can offer free USA shipping on this.
Nice.
Plus, for that $683 investment, you aren't just buying folded metal. It is backed by a robust 5-year Blustream warranty.
Which is huge.
Yeah.
In enterprise installations where a failure could mean, say, a massive sports bar losing its video wall mid-game, that warranty is a critical safety net.
Exactly. It's peace of mind.
It's also clearly not just a faceless hardware transaction. Looking at the bottom of the source page, the customer reviews are fascinating. Yeah, buyers are specifically calling out staff members. They're praising Mike and Rachel by name for being highly informative.
That's awesome.
It really proves that even when you are buying heavy-duty AV distribution hardware, personalized customer service is still a massive selling point.
Totally. The technology we use to build these complex networks might be incredibly advanced, but the transaction itself still fundamentally relies on human trust.
For sure. And that really matters for you, the listener. Whether you are a professional wiring a commercial building or you're just trying to finally organize the smart home chaos in your own hall closet.
Oh, we've all been there.
Right. Your digital experience is ultimately only as reliable as its physical organization.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, it forces us to look at the trajectory of our infrastructure. We are relentlessly pushing for devices that are smaller, faster, and hotter.
Leaving us with an interesting question to ponder. As AV components inevitably continue to shrink down to the size of USB sticks or transition entirely to the cloud, will massive physical racks like this 6U unit eventually become relics?
Or will we always need a heavy metal filing cabinet to act as the physical anchor for our invisible networks?
Something to definitely think about.